Hello. Ow. Ow. Think our dad's over. Hey yo, one and all. Hello, everyone. Hello. um. I don't think I can enter the game with you here, L. Actually, let me check. Ooh, no. I am in a very spoilery area. Actually, hold on. I'm gonna... No. You can stay for like three or so minutes. I'll go do my, gold saucer. So you can at least stay here for like a little longer. Let me just teleport. Okay. We're good. We're good. We're fine. You think I'll win? Okay. If I don't get the jackpot, something bad's gonna happen. It's that easy. Look at this thing. Doggy. 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 Wow. It's that easy. That's the technique. That's what I would have did. That's the technique. Watch this. I'm gonna win it. Elijah. Are you really Final Fantasy? That's kind of awesome. I'm so stuffed up today, I don't know why. Maybe I can't go to work today. Maybe I'm so sick. Maybe I'm so sick and ill. No, I ain't gonna have to. Where are you? Yeah. No. I wish. I'll see how I'm feeling. Randall is covering my my text box so I can't see. No, you go over here. Oh my god, he won $1 billion! I cannot read what you're saying, El. I can't. Randall's like big head is in the way. Oh, Randall. I'll take a photo of it. I put it in stream friends. She's watching though. She's one of my viewers. Find my ether currents. Julia Lau. Look at this creature. That's so awesome. Making you dance. Show me a dance. That's so cool. Okay. I have to kick you out now. Goodbye. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Spoilers. Oh, wait, no, I set it as my home. I can return and save 1,000 bones. Nine. Why is it housing district? I love the music here. I've been thinking about Sphene the last 2 days. She's so strange and I love her. Well, let's continue the tour, shall we? Look, obviously, you obviously have duties to attend to, citizens to look after. We can stop here if you like. No, I do this because I want to, so please do not worry. Next, I'll show you one of the district's most vital facilities, a place called Resolution. To reach it, we'll need to go by the way of Lay Node 9. By way of Lay Node 9, where the Aethered is situated. Straight north? Yeah. But I'm so invested in this. I wish I could play more than like 2 hours today, but I cannot. But hopefully I can get through this at a decent pace. The conveyor head will transport you to the government sector, where Resolution 9 is located. The markings on the conveyor indicate its direction, and there's a pair just like it on the other side. Is it safe? Extremely. There's no need to be afraid. Who said I was afraid? Come on, Mala. She's so scared. Oh no, I agree. Like it's super jarring. I can see why they at least wanted to tease it, because they didn't want to just be like, hey, here's a cool adventure in Tulio Lal, and then the other half is like this. But also, I feel like not knowing that this is coming is extremely cool as well. And that's what I'm, I've done, I think Elle and Ren have no clue about this, from what I gather, because they weren't looking at the live letters and stuff, or any of the, like, announcements. And here we are, Resolution, the operational height of Solution 9. From Resolution, we oversee the running of the district and provide essential services to citizens, such as welfare support and job introductions. It's quicker to show than tell, so let's proceed inside. This is like the start of a dungeon. Oh god, we have to wait in line.
strange contraptions
Ooh, it's spiced.
everywhere you look. What's that?
DMV.
An infusion station. It dispenses souls in exchange for credits. Through hard work, citizens can obtain the peace of mind provided by spare souls. It's the way of life for Alexandrians and has been for quite some time. But I imagine it must be difficult for outsiders to comprehend.
That's putting it lightly. To be honest, it sounds disturbing.
Oh.
Still, I won't dismiss it out of hand. Practices like these
She's
don't
so
arise from nothing.
devastated.
There's a reason why your culture is the way it is, and I'd like to understand. Won't you tell us some of your realm's history?
No, yeah, I want Elaine. I really want Elaine. That's like what I'm most excited about.
Very well. Be warned, though, that it may take a while.
Alexandria.
In the distant past, over 1,000 years ago, it's said, lightning energy began to swell in our world. According to ancient records that date back around 8 centuries, the rainy season spanned a quarter of the year, during which time severe thunderstorms ravaged the land. 4 centuries later, this season had lengthened to nearly half the year.
It is like a calamity.
The trend continued, with our ancestors spending longer and longer languishing beneath storm clouds. Crops failed and livestock starved. But amidst this growing desperation, a miraculous material was discovered that promised salvation: electrope.
The stuff that's used everywhere here.
Indeed. One day, when out inspecting a forest after lightning had caused a fire, a villager came upon a curious black ore none had seen before. Testing revealed that the ore possessed a singular property. It could store lightning and convert it to other energies. In that instant, the scourge of endless storms became a blessing. Dubbed electrope, the ore found use in myriad inventions and dramatically improved people's lives. So much so, in fact, that all nations soon became dependent upon it, despite the difficulty of obtaining it in quantity. Supply was chronically scarce, and when nations couldn't meet their needs with their own deposits, some resorted to taking electrope from others. Fighting was isolated and sporadic until electrope came to be used in warfare, first in the weaponry of invaders, then in the countermeasures of defenders, and then in every aspect of combat where an advantage might be had. This served only to exacerbate the ore shortage, leading to further escalation. Before long, the entire world was engulfed in a terrible war known as the Storm Surge. As the war came to a head, Alexandria's neighbor Lindblum committed its stores of electrope to the production of a weapon of mass destruction. They deployed it on the front lines and triggered a calamity of frightful magnitude. Not even their own scientists had anticipated the force of the lightning that was unleashed. The energy inundated the entire continent, laying it to waste.
So that's how your world came to be this way.
That's what I'm saying. It's very much in the same way of blood of a specific kind of ether.
You truly know a great many things that I don't. I should like to learn about you too sometime. But to continue the tale, the people of Alexandria had already lost much to the war. They lost almost everything else to the Levin. Those who survived bore deep scars, tormented by the memory of loved ones taken too soon. Though they yet lived, the cruel spectre of death was with them always. Seeking a solution, our scientists turned once more to Electrope, and after extensive research, they developed the means to preserve memory and soul. Physical death isn't the end. So long as our memories endure, we may live on. This belief sustained us then, and it sustains us now, granting us comfort.
That's quite a tale.
Your Majesty, help me! I beg you, help me!
What's the matter?
I've got no souls left. Not a single one! But the lot at Soul Supply refused to give me any! Please, you must do something!
My apologies, Your Majesty. This man, he does no work. Instead, he drinks his days away on Trueview. He has only himself to blame if he has no credits for souls.
That's not true! I'm a fighter at the Arcadian. Or rather, I was.
You stole a VA.
I haven't been allowed to fight because of the King's decree. It isn't my choice.
I see. You're a brave warrior of the arena. I want to help you, I sincerely do. But I cannot give you preferential treatment.
Then open up the Arcadian again, so I can fight!
I'm sorry, but that's not my decision to make. The king requires feral souls for war. He doesn't wish for them to be expended on amusements.
You're useless! A queen in naught but name!
You're so mean.
Insolent wretch! How dare you take that tone with Her Majesty?
It's quite all right. Such things don't
It's a
bother me.
scary
Nor do I
smile.
think ill of this man. Hear me. Though I cannot grant you a soul, I mean it when I say I want you to live. I love all of you equally, dearly. You are as family to me, and it pains me to see you deny yourself hope. I want you to find a happiness all your own, even if you must grow it from the smallest seed of joy. Out there, somewhere, is a reason for you to smile again.
No, they do have souls. They have a system where they like the little chip on their head. They store like additional souls, and when they die, it kind of it brings them back using those backup souls. So there's like a system of like medic TF2 coded. Yeah.
We all need to vent our frustrations from time to time. I will always be willing to lend an ear.
Yes, Mum. Of course. Even without a spare soul, I suppose I'm fine as long as I stay in Solution 9. I apologize for my rudeness. Good day to you.
Keep your chin up, my friend. And when you feel better, I'm sure you'll find another way to apply your talents.
But she's like, kill him.
I'm sorry you had to see that. Let's keep moving, shall we? Right, I believe we've visited all the main facilities. With that, I declare our tour concluded.
That man from before, does that sort of thing happen often?
Somewhat. It's unavoidable. Hardships are a fact of life. Our soul management system has sustained our realm for generations, but it isn't without flaws. For one, people have become accustomed to having spare souls. Without them, they feel vulnerable and anxious. Some claim it may also have contributed to a decline in births.
Just thinking out loud, but would it be possible to do away with the system?
No.
I know it isn't easy to change one's beliefs and way of life. The Mamolja had their reasons for their reliance on blessed siblings, much as you have yours for souls. But if we defeated Zorolja, you'd be able to make all the decisions, right? Then we could work together to fix things, restore your realm to where it belongs, and see where we can go from there.
Listen to me. There's something that I need to tell you.
What is it?
Actually, never mind. It's nothing
Right.
of import.
Damn it.
Well, it was lovely showing you around.
Of course. Of course. Thanks so much for the tour. We've learned not only about your realm, but you as well. For now, our priority is Zorolja. But once we've dealt with him, perhaps I can return the favor and show you to Lihiolal.
I'd like that very much.
It's the face I'm making right now.
It seems I've no choice but to continue down this path. Forgive me, Val Wuklamat, but I must disappoint you.
What is your deal? Oh, I gotta get rid of you. Oh, she's so strange. She's so strange. I love her. She's such an interesting creature. What was Fiend wanting to tell us there one day? Well, it can wait for another time. We've been exploring for a while, and now and should probably go to Kafkiwa's meeting point. That'll be the way back the way we came, I think. She's so interesting. I don't know her deal. She's so hard to read. I do find the soul system so interesting because it isn't really pushed on anyone, and everyone's kind of reliant on it, I guess. Sphinx genuinely cares for her people. I can respect her for that. And thanks to her tour, I've come to better understand the lives of Alexandrians. They don't feel so strange and distant anymore. So we're supposed to go to a place called True View. It's the eastern sector. This conveyor ought to take us there. You know, once you get used to it, they're actually kind of fun. Come on, Wella. It's like the internet. It is. This is the right place, you think? I don't see the others, though. Well, rather than sitting and waiting, we might as well explore a bit more. Huh? Well, look over there. What is that? Oh, it's you. A Mamuja child. What are they doing here? Little guy. You noticed too, right? The resemblance to Zaraja. The blue scales of a Buniwa with the features of a Hubigo. This can't be a coincidence. At any rate, it wouldn't do to leave such a small child on their own. Come on, let's go after them. This place is so pretty. This is True View. I'm not sure what I'm looking at, but it does seem lively. building's just about the only one that isn't lit up. Not open for business at the moment, I guess. Hello? What? I didn't see you there. Listen, we don't mean you any harm. We just want to talk. It's a bit odd, don't you think? They run off when we approach, only to suddenly reappear. Could it be that they want to take us somewhere? Is that the way of it? You want us to follow you? So it is. Alright then, lead the way. Oh, you're doing the thing where you run to... You run at like slightly slower at walk speed. Is this where you wanted to bring us? What is this place? If you're meant to relax here, it isn't working for me. Hey, what's your name? See, I'm still not inclined to talk. He'll only talk if he's completely comfortable with you. You know him? After a fashion, but never mind that. How about something to wet your whistle? Adorable as you are, it's on the house. I can recommend a special, Her Majesty. I'll prepare one without liquor for the boy too. Hitting on Wuklamat. Thanks, but no thanks. We're supposed to meet a friend. Oh, but we ran into the child on the way and let us here. Oh, so you're with Kafkiwa. Oh yeah, they don't have the chips on them. The regulators. In that case, go have a chat with Big Tassos there. He'll show you to a fun place. What about him? I don't think he's in a mood to talk, so he can tend the bar with me. This has taken a turn for the strange, but you don't think we're walking into a trap, do you? Damned if this doesn't have suspicious written all over it. What is this fun place meant to be? Is Kafkiwa there? Well, I suppose there's only one way to find out. This area is normally off limits, but Kafkiwa's told us about you. Just follow the corridor and head into the room at the end. Let's go, well. Whatever happens, you won't catch me being surprised.
Wonderful! They're here!
We've only just arrived ourselves.
Amazing!
No.
I bid you welcome to the back room. Oblivion's humble headquarters.
A hideout tucked behind a drinking hole. Brings back memories, doesn't it?
It does.
Our members here are mainly creators and adapters. That is, scientists and engineers who specialize in electrope. They use their skills to provide support to our field operatives. Geralt, Shale, be so kind as to give our friends an overview of your duties.
Well, there's provisioning. Gotta have supplies to fight a good fight, ain't ya? Luckily, we got the tools to craft most of
I
what
know.
we need.
We've
Gathering
in the
intelligence is
face.
another vital aspect of our work. Everkeep's core system is a
Insane
veritable treasure trove of
cameo.
information. You just need to know how to get in and find it. We also handle surveillance and communications, watching the enemy's movements and coordinating our own, that sort of thing.
Oh my god, the view bots are
among-
crazy today.
Investigating preservation. The organization credited with laying the
I do like
foundations
Shale.
of electrope technology. From the soul management system to Everkeep's design, they're behind just about everything you see here. It'd be no exaggeration to say they made this realm what it is. But their magnum opus was without a doubt the power which was used to join Alexandria to Tural. Interdimensional fusion.
We
Said power isn't unlike my summoning technique and the magic within Azam's crystal. Yet, though the effect is localized, to be able to fuse realities. Even with my knowledge, I struggle to conceive how it could be possible.
Incidentally, the founders of our group, a husband and wife, were members of Preservation at one point. That they opposed the fusing of worlds, and so defected in order to prevent it.
While not entirely unexpected, given what we have seen, this is still quite the revelation.
By the by, that's an interesting earring you have there. A novel way of carrying a data storage device.
I like her voice a lot.
Oh, you didn't know? Well, as a precautionary measure against machine infiltration, we scan everyone as they enter. And when we scanned you, we detected a small quantity of electrope. Though it's been dressed up, that earring is a storage device and no mistake. Bought it from a shop here, did you?
No, it isn't bought, but inherited.
So these people sent you through the portal along with the earring?
Do you know aught of them?
Listen, Cryo. The husband and wife who founded our order.
Is it your
It's believed that they
parents?
were Malala.
It's her parents.
we have no
Milala.
evidence at present, we can't rule out the possibility that they were your parents or perhaps close relations. This I posit because they were the very individuals who spearheaded the research into interdimensional fusion. As traitors to preservation, they were relentlessly pursued. If they had a child they feared they couldn't keep safe, entrusting her to the people of another world might have been their best option.
Interesting.
My parents, the founders of Oblivion. Tell me everything you know about them, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant. Anything and everything.
We don't even know their names, I'm afraid. In a bid to elude preservation's agents, we suspect they erased all trace of themselves. I'm sorry we couldn't be of more help. If you're interested, though, you're welcome to review our accumulated data.
Yes, please. As an individual and member of my order both, I wish to learn as much as possible.
I should also like to peruse the data. Where the joining of realities is concerned, I may well be of service.
Of course. Feel free to peruse to your heart's content.
Thank you.
If you like, I can examine your earring. I have to say, the prospect that it belonged to our founders has me itching to take a look.
Aww.
I dare say we have enough eyes to pore over your records. Is there any other way we might be productive?
Not right now. We're still waiting for Zoralja to make the next move.
In that case, Alice, would you mind accompanying me?
Gladly.
Ah! I've buggered it up again!
Never a moment's peace. Pay him no mind.
He never
I don't.
changes.
Oi! You two there! One of you give me a hand, would you? Don't matter who.
I just remembered I have matters to discuss with Shay.
Sorry you had to see me passions spilling over. Happens when you put your heart and soul into your craft, you know? Not to be weird or nothing, but I feel a sense of kinship when I saw you. As if we met in another life. We have like twice. Anyway, as I was saying, I need someone to lend me a hand. I haven't slept for 2 nights now, not a single wink, and I'm ripe to collapse. Can't afford to though, got folks relying on me, see? If I'm to keep at it, I need you to fetch me my favorite energy tonic. Okay. I'm the intern. That vouch is good for 2 cans, one for yourself, by way of welcome. Can't get the stuff at any old vending machine though. You need to talk to a bloke named Philemon. You'll find him tending the bar out on the main strip. Off you go now. Okay. I'll go get you your drink. I'm very interested in the Asm Shide of whichever Shide this is. Like, because it wasn't like a... Well, we don't know if it's... I don't know if it's like a rejoining or not, but it wasn't successful either way. Or maybe it was? No, because it didn't affect the source. It seems localized to whichever shard this was. Welcome. What are you having? Energy tonics you can't get from vending machines. How dare you suggest that I sell such dangerous stuff? Away with you, and don't come back. Forgot about you. Slip it to me then. Nice and subtle. There you go. I'll see you collecting for Genau. A can for him and a can for you, huh? Hey, Randall. Oh, you're so soft. I don't want to go to work. I want to stay and cuddle with you. Here you go. This is formulated for beginners, and gentler than the full strength stuff. It's not contraband or anything, so you won't run afoul of the authorities, but if the Rodina Consortium... Oh... I was made aware. My special selection would be bad for business. Well, seeing as it's your time, I want you to drink your tonic here, just in case there's side effects. Oh god. Okay, hold on, I gotta let go. Bottoms up now, need to make sure it doesn't affect you in any unintended ways. Okay. I'm small, this isn't good for me. Yeah, that's how you do it. You pulse out the quicken soon, after which you'll start to see everything more clearly, and then finally you'll feel a roaring surge of energy. People say it's like growing a pair of rainbow wings. Well, you haven't up and kiked it so hurry along and give Genau his tonic. He tends to leave it to the last moment, and I expect he's about to keel over. Oh my god. I'm full of power. Aw, that's it. Yeah, that's what Baja Blast does. Got the tonic? Do it here quick. That's a stove. Ain't nothing like it to blow the cobwebs right out with a great big kaboom. Awaken something feral in me, it does. Transforms me into a remorseless beast who won't stop till it's done what it's born to do. Anyway, sorry for sending you off on an errand like that. I just can't concentrate without me tonic, you know? And the pile of work only ever gets bigger. Speaking of which, I better get back to it. Those weapons and tools ain't gonna enhance themselves. I want to get all of them together.
I've been meaning to ask about that Mamulja child. Could he be...
Yes. In all likelihood, he's Zoralja's son.
So you think so too? But what is he doing here?
He was abandoned, the poor dear. We found him in the drift downs a few years ago.
To think he'd cast aside his child.
We can't say for certain who he was born to, or why he was on his own. But he's a blue-scaled Hubigo, and Zoralja is the only other one around. That being the case, everyone assumes they're father and son. Even the boy has put two and two together. all happened when he was very little, so he has no recollection of his parents. It breaks my heart to think of it.
What's his name?
Guluja.
Aw.
It was my hope that he'd grow up to be a man of principle, like his grandfather.
It's a fine name.
I should mention that the boy is a little unusual. At first, I intended to raise him as my own, but just when I thought he was warming to me, he suddenly disappeared. We searched high and low for several days, and where should he turn up? But in the wilds near Everkeep.
What? It's a miracle he didn't fall prey to fiends.
See? That's another unusual thing. Creatures don't seem to attack him. He could pick his way through the Thunder Yards as if he were on a stroll. On making inquiries, we learned that he had been living alone and receiving food from the people of the outskirts. This became something of a pattern. We track him down and bring him back, only for him to disappear again within a matter of days. He would return to the wilds without fail, and once again rely on the kindness of strangers to survive. Finally, I took the hint and left him be, giving him the solitude he prefers and lending a hand only when he explicitly asks.
If Gululja is Zorolja's child, that makes him my nephew. Assuming he's willing, I'd be glad to take him in like Papa did for me. But seeing as I'm here to kill his father, I don't know if it would be right.
Who was that?
Oh dear. It's Gululja.
Don't tell me he heard everything.
This is my fault. I asked that he be kept away, but I should have taken more precautions.
I'm going after him. I need to explain.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill your dad.
Wait, Lamachi. I understand your haste, but it'd be best to coordinate a search. Kapkiwa, do you have any idea where he might go?
There's no telling, I'm afraid. He could as easily be outside the tower as here in Solution 9.
If those who can fight would search below, my mother and I will scour the district.
Sounds like a plan. Let's get to it.
Let me see where I am. Okay. If Gululja is outside the tower, we need to find him as quickly as possible. Even if he's used to getting around on his own, the wilds are still no place for a child. Agreed. While Cryo and Raha continue reviewing the data, the three of us should devote ourselves to the search. Alright, let's head to the base of the tower and take it from there. Nudge, nudge. It's a cute name. Well, here we are outside. but where do we even begin? Perhaps someone has caught sight of Galuja. Let's make inquiries nearby. Good idea. Could you handle the outskirts, Alize? In the meantime, Ma and I will head beyond that big wall. It's very interesting that everything on the other side of this wall is all Alexandrian. It's all like their buildings. The terrain is similar, but I don't know if that's because they naturally are on the same like land. Galuja doesn't appear to be in the area. However, you catch sight of a group of people a short distance to the southwest. You spotted those people too, yes? Perhaps they've seen something. Come on. Looks like some sort of salvage yard. Well, let's ask after Galuja. Galuja isn't here. You know the boy? Have you seen him? Oh, forgive me. I didn't know you were... No offense taken. My name is Tapu. My eyes may be useless, but my ears are sharper for it. I can recognize people by their footfalls. Oh, I forgot I have this on. So he didn't come this way. Where in the world could he be? Do not know your voices. Who are you to Galuja, and why do you search for him? I'm family, though we're not related by blood. His father is my brother. I've only just met Galuja, and we haven't had the chance to talk properly. But I'm about to do something that will make him hate me, and I wanted the chance to explain. His father is your brother, and that means you're... Yes, I'm Muklamat, Val of Resolve of Tulialal. I've journeyed here to bring my father Zaralja to account for murdering our people and my father. When all is said and done, Galuja may want nothing to do with me. Nonetheless, I'll always consider him family, always be there for him, and I want him to know that. It tears you apart to do what you must. The quiver in your voice tells the tale. Galuja was headed south. There. He has a place that is as close to a home as he knows. Find and bear your height to him. Should he turn bear his height to you, accept and respect his wishes, as Queen Sphene respected ours when she granted us a place in her realm. I will, don't worry. But, what do you mean when you say Sphene respected your wishes? Out of concern for our well-being, Her Majesty had urged us to reside inside Everkeep. When we declined, not only did she gracefully accept our decision, she granted us the necessary supplies to make our home here. And since then, she has paid us regular visits, to see how we fare. That sounds like Sphene, that sounds like Sphene, alright. Well, thanks for telling me about Galuja. I'll find him and then we'll have a good talk. Well, we continue south, it seems. Let's keep our eyes peeled as we make our way. Josephine. She sounds like a good ruler, but I'm very, like, I don't know. It sounds like she's hiding so much. Even when she was telling us the history and stuff, it still felt like she was missing things. Or, well, wasn't telling us things. It's a town. And half of it's submerged. The architecture looks nothing like what we've seen so far. It's more Shylian. Ah, there he is, among the ruins. I only caught a glimpse, but there's no mistaking that tiny silhouette. Let's hurry after him. It'd be a disaster if a building collapsed while he's inside. Ow. Oh, okay, fine, you know. I'll drink this as well. I only saw him for a moment before he disappeared behind a building, but I'm pretty sure Galuja was heading further south. I'll contact Alize on LinkPro and let her know to join us. Have we seen enemies like this that, like, patrol? At least in, like, this big of a range? Theo Alexandria. This is the area, but the canals and the debris make it hard to get a good view. Let's split up and search. If you could head to the canals, I'll make my way through the streets. When we find Galuja, let's watch from a distance until he gets to his destination. Wouldn't want to startle him and cause an accident. There he is. More of it. There's been a lot of it this expansion. Uh-oh. No, I don't mind these segments. I like them. I do think them sending you all the way back to the start at some of them is a bit cruel. But they're fairly fair in the MSQ ones. Oh, I did. There's one in I can't remember where it was, but it was a stealth one you had to do for an ether current, and yeah, the new indicator makes it a lot easier. But the one that I had to do for an ether current, you have to follow this guy, and at the end he reaches like this carriage, and he turns to do something with it, but he turns without warning, and he's not like, he can still detect you when he turns. So I was like a little bit out without any warning, and he turns to it, and then he finds me, and I have to do the whole thing over again, because that was like the destination that he was at. It was like, that was annoying. Because it's like, it takes like 3 minutes, which isn't a long time, but when you have to do it again over like one mistake, it's a little mean. There we go.
He's come a long way on such short legs. It's a relief he didn't get hurt.
What's here, I wonder?
Aw, little guys.
So he's looking after those little ones.
Gulolja.
Not another step!
What?
A sentry?
Run, Guluja, run!
You know the boy. Who are you? And what do you want?
I like this design.
My name is Wuklamat, and I've come to talk to Gulolja.
Is that so?
I'm sorry if I scared you. I want to get to know you better. That's all.
And you, my boy, do you wish to speak with them?
I heard them talking. She said she's going to kill my father.
Villains! I will deal with them forthwith!
But... I want to get to know her too.
Oh.
I see. If that is your desire, then I shall stand aside.
All right then. Let's talk, you and I. Lots. But, who's the ancient-looking and articulate machine?
If I look ancient, it is because I am. This has been my vessel for no less than 380 years.
Vessel?
Otis is my friend. When I was hungry and sad, he came and looked after me. He cooks for me and teaches me all kinds of things. Like how to read and write and not be noticed by dangerous creatures.
This machine cooks for you?
And teaches you about fiends. What is he exactly?
Ah! How remiss of me. I had neglected to introduce myself. Sir Otis Valona, Lord Captain of the Royal Knights of Alexandria. At your service.
I like
You're
him.
Captain of the Knights?
And there I thought it was Gululja with whom you wish to speak. Not that I'm averse to taking a walk down memory lane. But ere I regale you, we must take our repast.
A meal. Here. I hate to turn down food, but I'd prefer to have this conversation in the back room.
Please, I'm really hungry.
Big smile.
All right. A repast it is.
She's going to spoil her nephew silly. I'll send word to Erenville so the others can stop worrying.
Now, if I might prevail upon your assistance, I shall whip up my most delectable specialty.
So, my new friends, I would enlist your aid in procuring the ingredients for a repast. After all, the most enjoyable meals are those we make together. We're happy to pitch in, of course. What ingredients did you have in mind? First of all, some yam and pumpkin. The people of the outskirts should be willing to share their harvest. If you and Galuljash could go and speak to them. And sure, I'll ask for the cast-offs too, as usual. As for Walla and Alize, I would be obliged if you could procure some woolback meat. The creatures can be found grazing on the slopes outside of town. As beef is less readily available, their flesh makes for a good substitute. That of the younger ones especially, as it is more tender and less gamey. Consider it done. We'll be back with the meat before you know it. Thank you kindly. In the meantime, I shall see to other preparations. I like that he's vaguely Mamulja shaped. Or not vaguely, I'm pretty sure it's the same skeleton. True. There's like a little settlement here. I didn't see it when I was exploring. I don't understand why they gave Picto so many crazy potency moves. Like this Mog, the Moogle one, it's 1300, and then the Medine one is 1400, and then Star Prism is also another 1400, and then the Hammer is like 560. I don't wait, no. Does it go up? That's crazy if it does. 620, 680, and they're all crits. It's like I don't know why they had to go kind of crazy with it. Yeah, it does like it does like double the damage of Black Mage with half the effort. Oh, never mind. I do definitely think it needs a nerf. What's this? Am I to understand that you've already procured the meat? There you go. Good heavens, you have. And such a choice cut and such a choice cut it is besides. It's plain you know how to handle yourself in battle. Were it 400 years ago, I would have recruited you to the Royal Knights. Once Alizé brings her portion, we shall have a glorious bounty to satisfy growing younglings like yourselves. Indeed, I expect there will be ample leftovers to share with the good folk of the Driftdowns. They always appreciate a warm meal. Good night. Have a nice sleep. It doesn't have to be sledgehammered. Just some minor potency tweaks. Yeah. I think just bring it down a little to help balance out the others. Ooh. Now, seeing as you have completed your task so quickly, I have another request to make of you. We've exhausted our supplies of kindling electrope, and I should be grateful if you could search the houses yonder for more. In the Old Kingdom, electrope rations were issued to each citizen, while small fragments may still be found here and there. If you can obtain 5 pieces, say at least one ought to be what we require. That is, the kind that converts lightning to fire. Gululja can identify them by their circuitry, so pray take them to him. The boy has become quite deft at discerning electrope types, and in a very short time, I might add. Now off you go, and happy foraging. Like, I wouldn't even say Picto is easy. I feel like it's not as simple as, like, I don't know. I think it's pretty easy to learn. I think it's probably like the same difficulty as Red Mage. It's not Summoner easy. Rather than Summoner and Viper, there's also more cast buys than Red Mage, but slightly less. Yeah. Picto kind of feels all about, like, using the opportunities you have to do your motifs. And, like, kind of learning the fights to then use those like openings well. Calling Viper super easy is unfair, but it's easy to do it. Okay, yeah, it's like easy to learn, tough to master. I feel like same can be said for like Pictomancy. Picto, it's like you just, before each fight, you're queuing up your motifs and then you're using them, and then also progressing your main combo so you can get the subtractive palette going too. Or well, you can just also get that from your Starry Muse. It's pretty fun. It's very fun. Notice says you have Electrode for me. UI. It's definitely probably my favorite caster at the moment. Like aesthetically too. It's just a lot of fun. Wow, you found a lot. Let's see. This one creates wind, this one's for water. You can tell just like that. I'm impressed. Clever, isn't he? I bet he gets it from his father. Oh, this is it. This converts to fire. It's absorbed lots of lightning, so we should be able to kindle a flame easily. Thank you, Wala. Thanks to your kind assistance, we have everything we need for our repast. You have done your part, and now I shall do mine. I bid you relax, my friends. The meal will soon be served. Yeah, I agree. Oh, this isn't voiced. This is the kind of things families do, Guluja. We have meals together and talk about what's on our minds. So you ate with your father? Yes, with them and my brothers. It was mostly the head of Resolve and I doing the talking though. Conan, the head of Reason, occasionally joined in, and Zoraja spoke when he was spoken to. You said that you have two papas. Does that mean one is yours and the other is my father's? Two dads. No, both are our father. He's what people call blessed siblings. I'm a Mulja with two heads. Zoraja is his true-born child, while Kona and I were adopted, and don't share the same blood. But that doesn't make us any less a family. What matters is that our heights are connected. The head of Resolve taught me that. Family. You have someone like that too? A person you think is family, even though you don't share the same blood? That's a good question. What about you? Yeah, I mean, I would consider the Scions, like, family. I'd like to meet them one day. So, Galuja, I'm hoping that we could be family, you and I. Won't you tell me about yourself? You really want to know about me? Lone Wolf. I do. I want to know all about you. The things you love, the things you hate, anything and everything. Want to know all about you too. That reminds me, we're hoping to hear your story too, Otis. As you wish. Be forewarned that mine is a tale that will be long in recounting. It was before lightning had altered the world that I was appointed Lord Captain of the Royal Knights. We're talking hundreds of years prior to the calamity, right? Indeed. Earlier still than when I presumed this mechanical form 454 years ago, to be precise. Then you used to be a normal person. Oh yes, I was once flesh and blood like you, and I proudly served as a knight of Alexandria. So rather than a machine that behaves like a person, you were, an actual person. How is this possible? It is only natural that you are confused. Hear my tale to the end, and all shall become clear. Steiner and FF9, I see. The foremost duty of the Royal Knights was the protection of the royal family. In my time, that was their Majesties the King and Queen, and their only child, Her Highness the Princess. I'm definitely interested in it. By then, every nation of Eistai was embroiled in some manner of conflict over Electrope. Some conflict over Electrope. This was a kingdom drawn into a war with its neighbor. Said he's not a full-on character from 9. I would immediately play it if he was. Yeah, I really like him. I'm interested in King and Queen. Because I don't know if this is Queen's Fiend, or if this is her mother. Or before that too. That was the catalyst for the Great Calamity that altered the environment. Countless countrymen lost their lives amidst the chaos, the king and queen among them. Oh. For a blessing, we were able to protect the princess, who then rose to the occasion and brought hope to her people in those trying times. So kind-hearted was our young queen that, at her behest, we even took in refugees from the enemy nation. But sadly, her reign was cut short. Like many others, her body had been ravaged by lightning, and one day she collapsed and passed away. So that isn't Sphene. How tragic. Aye, nary was there a citizen whose eyes remained dry, and many a moon was spent constructing a great tomb worthy of her memory. Yet I clung to hope still, for while Her Majesty was on her deathbed, the kingdom's finest scientists had successfully extracted her soul. Ooh. Did we hear that right? Extracted her soul. Our flesh may wither and die, but so long as we are remembered, we may live on. This age-old belief had always comforted our people, but as casualties mounted in the wake of the calamity, we sought to make it into reality through the power of Electrope. In time, we succeeded in developing the means to preserve the soul, and it was used to spare the Queen eternal death. Yet it wasn't enough to simply prevent the soul's departure, for the ultimate goal was to recreate a person as they were in life, and this required that their memories be further extracted from their soul. It took many more years of research to make this possible, by which time I had become a grey old man. With my days numbered, I did not hesitate to volunteer myself as a test subject for the procedure. I need to drink some water, hold on. So it was that I attained this vessel. And by my successful rebirth, I paved the way for those who are recreated from the memories of the departed. The Endless, they are called. If your tale is true, then the queen that your people brought back to life, it was Sphene. Oh, so you know Her Majesty as well. My description of her boundless kindness must have paled in comparison to what you, no doubt, felt in her presence. I I haven't met her myself, I confess, not since assuming my current form. I wouldn't want to frighten the living daylights out of her. Oh. The Endless. So, all this time, Sphene wasn't alive. She lives yet, does she not? It's admittedly a difficult distinction to make, having inherited the memories of a departed soul. An Endless feels, thinks, and acts precisely as that person would. In that sense, I believe they are alive. The Alexandrians know about this, right? It can't have gone unnoticed that Sphene is perpetually youthful. No one really knows about the Endless. People who wear regulators don't even think about death. Everyone sees that the Queen doesn't change, but they just accept it. To them, it's just who she is. While there should be as many Endless as those who have died, I believe they are limited in the way they can exist. Queen Sphene is unique in her ability to appear before you. Strictly speaking, I myself am not an Endless. They are created using memories extracted from a soul, but my entire soul was placed inside a machine. Being inside a machine makes you different. How? While I do not understand the finer points, my life is bound to this vessel. If it breaks down, then it would be over for me, much like a being of flesh and blood. Hardly an endless, unchanging life, I'm sure you'll agree. Endless, unchanging life. I can't help but be reminded of the Ia. Did Kafkiwa and the others know all about this? Considering their extensive intelligence gathering, I'd be surprised if they didn't. For now, let's share what we've learned with Kral and Raha. I can't help but have misgivings about this. Interesting. Some more of this.
Nahe, is that you?
Good gods, Ellen Nespia! It's been too long, my friend. Where have you been all these years? What have you been doing with yourself?
This person's like super gender.
Hold on. They say Queen Sphene has guests from outside the barrier. That's you, I gather?
It seems so. I'm looking for my mother. Do you know where she is?
Your mother? Sorry, but what was she like again?
What? It's Kafkiwa. You know, the one who was too adventurous by half? Who journeyed with the Dawn Servant?
It's not ringing any bells.
You can't be serious. Ours was a tiny little village. Surely you remember her.
What if Kafkiwa is an Endless? Or what if...
I really don't. It's all a blank.
Because the regulators don't have memory of it.
Is anyone else here from the village?
Hey!
Huh? Ellen Espia?
I'm looking for Kafkiwa. Where is she?
What's this all of a sudden? Who's Kafkiwa?
This cannot be.
So that either means
the memories of the departed are taken away. No.
MSQ, where are you? The others will be here soon, so hurry back, won't you? Do you hear me? Say something, would you?
Okay. Let me... Okay, this is definitely a good place to be the last one, maybe? Should I leave off here, or should I do the next one? Because I've got about 15 minutes till I've got to hop off. 20 minutes. Coming up on a series of events. Okay, I'm gonna accept this and do the bit where we, like, go back to Solution 9 so I don't have to walk all the way here. Although the mood became a tad subdued at the end, I thoroughly enjoyed our repast together. We did too, Otis. To hear about the Endless was something of a shock, but we likewise enjoyed your company. Above all, I'm glad you and I could talk. Galuja. Oh, I'm glad that you and I could talk, Galuja. We're going to get along great. I just know it. You think so? I'm happy for you, my boy. Now then, I presume you will be returning to Everkeep. Permit me to accompany you at least part of the way. About Sphene. Doesn't matter to me if she's an Endless, whether she's alive like you or me or not. I've seen enough to know that she has a good height. What worries me is the burden she bears. We still don't know what it is. I expect there are things she can't tell us, not with Zoralja watching, but at the very least, I'd like to know what the Endless are to her. Sorry, I didn't mean to delay us. I just felt the urge to share my thoughts with you. Oh, on the way back, let's make a quick stop at the Drift Towns. I want to tell Tapu how it went. Okay, so from what I gather, from what I'm pulling from that, the Endless are specifically the extracted memories from a soul, and the ones that are preserved. And that does mean death isn't the end for them. So if you die of old age or illness, you're not like perma-dead with your memories preserved. They're doing something with your memories, possibly putting it into some kind of digital like sense that's keeping you alive forever. And Sphene is an exception that she is able to appear physically. Is that right? Is that what I'm getting? And Kafkiwa is most likely also one of these Endless and is talking to us. Either the person we've been talking to isn't Kafkiwa, Or it is Kafkiwa and she's communicating from wherever the Endless are, like, stored. At least that's what I think. It's very cool. Ah, you returned. Were you able to find Galuja? We were, thanks to you. All's well with the boy. I'm relieved to hear that. And to know that he has has family who worries for him. Galuja too must be glad. I hope so. I'll try not to rush or force anything though. It's for him to decide what I am to him. My, what a pleasant surprise it is to meet you in these parts. Bean, what are you doing here? Visiting my people? And what are you doing? Are you doing the same, perchance? I suppose we are, yes? Listen, there's something we'd like to talk to you about. Could we have a word in private? So you know about the Endless? Well, we may not discuss it openly. My people have surely noticed that I haven't changed for hundreds of years. I've made no attempt to conceal my nature. If I may ask, though, who was it that told you about the Endless? Only a few should be familiar with the concept. I'm afraid I can't say. I bear no ill will towards this mystery individual, lest that be your concern. I'm merely curious. Tell me, Sphene, you care for your people that much is plain, and I assume you care for the Endless too. Earlier in Everkeep, there was something you wanted to tell us. Was it to do with them? The Endless are as dear to me as my living citizens. They are as much my family. But they can only be sustained by meeting certain exacting requirements. Thus, we've managed to do so, but should more people die, I fear we would be pushed beyond our limit. Their preservation demands vast amounts of energy. Energy? I don't understand the workings of it all, but is there something we can do to help? Then... would you be willing to become Alexandrian citizens? What? I have my nation, my people to protect. I can't just become Alexandrian. Indeed, I suppose you cannot. First, you tell us to make peace, then you tell us to go home. What exactly is it that you want? The same as you, of course, to protect my people. That I cannot say. I do not ask that you understand or like me, but I wish... I wish we had been born on the same side of it. Sphene... what do you mean by that? Wait, Sphene... Damn it. Well, I think we've kept everyone waiting long enough. Let's continue on to Everkeep. And let's not tell Otis about our conversation with Sphene. I don't want to risk causing him pain. I think that's the perfect place to leave off, I think. Speak with Otis. Oh yeah. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Woo! Those were good. I got lots of answers and a lot of questions. Oh, I'll just return. That was cool. I'm very, very invested in this part of the story too. I've definitely been enjoying it. I got the whole look going. That back. Oh, I forgot I don't have this glamour plated. Oh well. Okay, well, I have to leave it there. Armor is unique. It feels familiar though, but I'm not sure if I can remember where it's from. Music. Yeah, okay, so... Yeah, it's night in Kugane right now. Yeah, so that was really good. I'm so interested. Oh my god. I really want to know more. Yeah, we're definitely getting into the last, like, part of it. I know I have the dungeon and the trial coming up. I hope I'll have time to do that all tomorrow, but we'll have to see. Also, if I'm up tomorrow. Yeah, the unfortunate, like, thing with, like, maybe I'll do a stream when I get home from work? Maybe. I'll see. I'll think about that. Because I do want to... I feel like I'll need like 3 hours to do everything in one sitting, and that wouldn't work for these early... Like if I was doing it before work. But we'll see. We'll see. I could always just get up to the dungeon and do a shorter stream, and then go from the dungeon the next stream too. That might be good. But we'll see. Alright. Thank you everyone. Take at least an hour and a half to get through build up, dungeon and trial. Yeah. I think tomorrow it's only gonna be like 4 quests, so I might do that and then maybe roulettes, or well, it depends how long it is. And then I'll leave off at the dungeon and the trial, and we'll do that next stream. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Have a lovely rest of your morning, afternoon, night, whatever time it is. And I should hopefully see you tomorrow, if not the day after. Thank you. Bye bye.